Today's video is sponsored by Game Nerds, the best place to buy all your sealed Digimon product, as well as other trading card games and for all your general gaming needs. And also by Inked Gaming, the best place to get your own custom playmats printed with the highest quality around. Links are in the description. What's going on, Tamers? It's your boy Varney, and today I'm coming at y'all with our Tamers Battle League Week 10 winning deck profile, piloted by none other than one of our very own OsoGuappo, also known as Darian. He's one of our boys from local, so we love to see him getting involved in the TBL and in his TBL debut, winning it all with none other than Blue Flare. Now, unfortunately, I scuffed the recording. I did not record the audio for Darian, and so I'm going to bring y'all the deck profile today. I hope I'm able to articulate everything. Darian, if you're watching this, if there's anything that I missed, please drop it in the comments. Let the audience know what I might have missed. Any thoughts that you have. And audience, I apologize if there's something that I don't articulate well. I don't play Blue Flare, and I don't play enough against it, and I don't play enough of it. But I'm hoping to change that. I bought some of the cards for it. Now, let's get to the deck profile. So, one big change y'all will see here. Darian runs the Wanyamon, which is when attacking, if you have a blue tamer in play, draw one. Instead of the Misaimon or the other Blue Flare egg, which is the Babydamon. He says he likes to put the onus of drawing on himself rather than his opponent, which is something that I heavily agree with. If you're going to run eggs that draw, I'd rather put the draw power in your own hand rather than, putting it in your opponent's hand, which is why the fifth egg is Misaimon on deletion. If you have a Digimon in play, draw one. So both very, very solid eggs. Now, we run a total of 10 rookies in this deck. If we look at the stats here, you'll see just 10 rookies in this deck. He runs the 4 BT10 Gaussmon on deletion. You play a level 4 with Blue Flare and his traits from your hand suspended. So, you see, we run a total of 14 level 4s, and I mean, we'll get to them. He runs 2 of the Greymon. This is a super solid card for the Blue Flare strat. When you play another Digimon with Drummon in his name or Blue Flare in his trait, draw 1. And then Inheritable is when you play another Digimon, same thing, gain a memory. So super nice to make things cheaper, super nice to just get draw power. And then we have the I'd say this is the best rookie in the deck. Your turn once per turn, when a card with the Blue Flare trait is played, draw 1. When a card with Twilight trait is played, that doesn't matter because we don't run Twilight cards in this deck. The best part about this card is that this card sees itself for play. When you play this card, it's just like the Doremon from BT7. This card draws 1. So this card is super solid for the strat. Then we get across to our champion lineup. So we've got, of course, the play starter, right? On play, well, the extension. Let's call it the extension. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 2 cards with Blue Flare and their traits among them to your hand. Place the rest of the bottom deck in any order. If you have Kitty in play, you may return 1 Metal Greymon from your trash to your hand instead. So this is super solid. It's a top 4 search. You love to get any cards that pull 2 cards. And then you also, or not also, but you could instead return a Metal Greymon if for whatever reason you just don't happen to have one in hand. This card's super solid. When attacking, if this card is Blue Flare and your opponent has 2 or more Digimon in play, unsuspend this Digimon. Disgusting. Very, very disgusting when you consider what this deck is capable of doing. We've got the other Greymon. This isn't a Blue Flare, but this is just generic Sec +1 Greymon, right? You can use this as Digicross requirements for the Metal Greymon because it doesn't specify that it has to be Greymon with Blue Flare in its traits, unlike this Metal Greymon, which is actually not Blue Flare in traits, but Blue Greymon. So they did that because they know that this is a busted combo, right? And then we have the BT10 Male Birdramon, just 2 of it. On play, if you have Kitty in play, you may return a Metal Grey from trash to hand, so more recursion. If you don't have one in play, you play one. So this is nice to get your Tamers out. Combo's very nice off the Gaussmon to effectively be able to get your Tamers out for no cost instead of having to play them by yourself. And then when attacking, this is the card that stuns when attacking. If your opponent has 2 or more Digimon in play and it's Blue Flare, blah, blah, blah. One of your opponent's Digimon can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's turn. That's just strict. Target 1, it can't attack, it can't block until the end of your opponent's turn. Super disgusting. But we run, well, Darian runs 4 of the EX4 Male Birdramon. This is on play. One of your opponent's Digimon at the lowest level gains when attacking, lose 2 memory until the end of your opponent's turn. So it's Ice Wall, not Global Ice Wall, just Ice Wall on one of your opponent's Digimon. Disgusting. Just absolutely disgusting, especially because this plays off of the Gaussmon. And then Inheritable is jamming. Blue decks and jamming, name a better combo. So imagine that. Male Birdramon jamming, Sec +1 Greymon. Disgusting. Then we get to Metal Greymon. On play, this Digimon gains Rush for the turn. Then if Digicrossing 3 of your opponent's Digimon with Digi-Evolution cards less than or equal to this Digimon's Digi-Evolution cards can attack or block until the end of your opponent's turn. So this is effectively going to stun level 3s that have no sources, level 4s with sources, and level 5s that Digivolved on top of a level 3 and 4. Disgusting. Just more disgustingness. This card's a bane of my existence. It also has material save too, so the same 2 sources that's under it, you get to save it under one of your Tamers. There's a reason this card is like $8. Darian runs 1 Metal Greymon plus Cyber Launcher. This card is also treated as Metal Greymon and Cyber Dramon. It has Armor Purge, and it's on play when Digivolving. You may place 1 card with Blue Flare and traits from your hand or under one of your Tamers under this Digimon as its bottom Digi-Evolution cards. Then return one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon to the bottom of its owner's deck. Now, Darian doesn't run any Cyber Dramon, and he doesn't run any more of this, so you don't get the bottom deck level 4 Solar. But what this is here for is Psychmons and Chikurimons and Solarmons, floodgates essentially. This is what gets rid of them. So, you know, if for whatever case, you could just Digivolve into either one of these Metal Greymons and then go into Cyber Launcher, or you could just straight Digivolve into this. Typically, you'll want to like just play the full cost, get this out, and then Digivolve into this. Like I don't play the deck, like I said, so I don't know exactly how you get into this. If they drop the Psychmon, you don't have these out already. But this is here for that reason. It's Digicross 2 on Metal Grey and Cyber Dramon, so you're only ever going to drop the Metal Grey under it, which makes it a 6 drop. So I imagine that you really are just Digivolving this instead. And then Darian runs 3 of the EX4 Metal Greymon, which he said he hates seeing, and I can understand why. On play, this Digimon gains Rush for the turn, and if Digicrossing, trash up to 2 Digi-Evolution cards one of your opponent's Digimon. Meh. Material save 2, and then Digicross from the blue Metal Greymon and the male Bergemon. So obviously this doesn't, like I said, play with the Sec +1 Greymon strat, but it's just more Metal Greymon names, which is nice. And then you don't get the when attacking because it's not a Darian doesn't run Grey Knightsmon. Instead, he runs the Z Greymon, which is honestly a really stupid card, all things considered. It Digivolves 2 from Metal Greymon. 2. When Digivolving on suspend this Digimon, then if a card with Blue Flare, the deck, is in this card's traits, in the traits of this Digimon's Digi-Evolution cards, and your opponent has 2 more Digimon to play, gain 2 memory. So, you play into the Blue Flare strat, Metal Greymon Digivolves, or this Digivolves over Metal Greymon for 2, and then you gain 2 back. So it's like you didn't pay anything. And then on deletion, it has save for itself, and then you place 1 blue Greymon and 1 blue male Bergemon from your trash underneath one of your Tamers, with general illustrates, which, spoiler, is both of your Kiriha and Nene. And then inheritable is when this Digimon has blue flare trait, it gains blocker. So using this Metal Greymon, you could easily, it's not this Metal Greymon. One of these cards. No, sorry, it's Cyber Launcher. I don't know why I went all the way. Cyber Launcher can tuck this under without needing to Digicross. Just tucks this under, it gains blocker. You could also just, this card is, so Cyber Launcher tucks this under so that Cyber Launcher gains blocker from the inheritable. So super clutch, super nice. He runs the 1 of Death Xmon, and he would want to run the 2. He just doesn't know what he'd cut. I told him to probably cut either like one of these Metal Greymons or 1 Surai, but we'll get to Surai's busted ass. Dexmon, y'all should know this card. It's busted. When you would play this card, reduces memory cost by 3 for each Digimon and Tamer your opponent has in play. So if they try to go wide, which they shouldn't be going wide because you're Blue Flare, but if for whatever reason they're going wide, or let's just say they have like 4 Tamers and a Digimon, this is a 5 drop, super nice, and this is an impressive card. Why wouldn't you run it, It's just one of those things. On play, when Digivolving, you don't Digivolve, but on play, de-Digivolve, then delete level 4s and lowers. And at the end of your opponent's turn, delete everything with the lowest play cost. It's the best removal since you're not actually running true removal. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is probably the best card in deck. It's a 5 drop memory boost, blazing memory boost. Reveal top 6 cards of your deck. 6 cards! You may add 2 cards with the Blue Flare traits among them to your hand, and play 1 Kiriha among them without paying its memory cost. Place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order, then place the card in your battle area, and then delay, gain 2 memory. So this card is a Searcher, like the Greymon, and it plays a Tamer, like the male Bergemon, all for a 5 cost. And you plus 2 cards to hand. This card is goated. There's a reason this card is run at 4. There's a reason you don't run any other memory boost in this deck, because this card is just amazing. So Darian cut one of the Dex mons for Ice Wall because it's limited and it's busted. Global, when attacking, lose 2 memory. I just don't think there's a reason you wouldn't run this card. You know, you're playing a blue deck, why not run it? That's how I feel if I'm playing anything that has blue. Surai. Trash the top 4 Digi-Evolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. Till the end of your opponent's turn, your Digimon with no Digi-Evolution cards can't attack. Stuns Shine, stuns Royal Knights, stuns other strats that have no sources and just like the swing. Surai's busted. Surai's good. Surai only cost 4. You could pull off your entire play. Like, you facilitate this play, you drop Metal Greymon for 3, you swing, whatever, and then you Surai and end turn. Okay, you put them to 4, but if they can't do anything, haha, you know? It's just, Surai is good, and this deck can play it natively. I just, you know, as a Royal Knights player, as a Shangri player, I hate this card. But good cards are good cards. I'll be the first to admit that. And then we get to our Tamers. We've got Kiriha. This is your standard, like, cross, Digicross Tamer. Memory Tamer, if you have 2 or more memory or less, set your memory to 3. And then when you would play a Digimon with Digicross requirement by suspending Tamer, you may place cards from under your Tamers as source for the Digicross. So this is what allows you to recur things that have save. But then we have Kiriha and Nene. We'll explain why we run this instead of the Tri-Tamer. So this card is treated as both Kiriha Anoma and Nene Amano for the respective decks. Start of your main phase, if there are 2 more Digimon in play, gain a memory. All turns when you would play a Digimon with Blue Flare or Twilight, but with Digicross requirements by suspending his Tamer, you may place 1 card from under your Tamers and 1 card from your trash as Digi-Evolution cards for the Digicross. So first of all, this plays off Blazing Memory Boost because it is a Kiriha. It treats itself as Kiriha, so you can play it off Blazing Memory Boost. And then this allows you to recur stuff from the trash, which is phenomenal if you don't have save early on for some reason or something pops out of security, you want to recycle Z Greymon, because this will allow you to just facilitate so many plays that you weren't capable of doing before for whatever reason. So super nice, but only 2. He said he'd rather see the memory setter rather than seeing the dual tamer. The memory setter allows him to facilitate his plays because you're guaranteed 3 memory for your Metal Greymon, whereas the dual tamer, weirdly enough, only gains you 1 memory, but I can understand why, because of what Digicross does. That being said, that is the deck. Darian, did I miss anything? I think I got everything. I don't think I missed anything. Audience, if you guys like this video, please drop a like. Feel free to subscribe so you see more videos like this. We have video coming out on almost a daily basis. We've got Tamers Battle League happening this Friday at 7 p.m, week 11, and it's going to be Pauper format. So if you guys are interested in that, jump in, check that out, and drop a like on this video. Let me know if you liked it. Let me know what I can do better next time. Let me know what you guys want to see. But until I talk to you guys next time, I love you all. Peace out.